Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we will be doing this chapter called as marginal costing. Let's see this. Let's make the format first. Sales less variable cost gives you contribution, less fixed cost gives you profit. Now they've given you data for 2 years. They've given you data for 2003 and they've given you data for 2004. CPU, TC, CPU, TC. Units. Right, let's start. They give you sales is 150 lakhs and sales is 200 lakhs and they give you profit is 30 lakhs and profit is 50 lakhs. Right? They've asked you to find the PV and the total expenses. Now, they've given you profit, they've given you sales. I can find out the PV. PV is nothing but change in profit upon change in sales into 100. Right? Now, change in profit is second year's profit minus first year's profit upon change in sales. Second year's sales minus first year's sales into 100. So this is going to be 20 upon 50 into 100. That is going to be 40%. Guys, this is question number 19, page 308. Okay. So we found out PV. Right? Once I have PV, I can say that PV is also equal to C upon S into 100. PV we found out is 40. C we do not know. S is 150 into 100. We can take for anyone here. This is 2s are, 3s are. So this is 120 upon 2 is C. So C is going to be equal to 60. Guys, let's see this. If C is 60, that means variable cost here is going to be 90. If variable cost is 90, fixed cost here is going to be 30. We know that fixed cost remains constant, that means this fixed cost will also be 30. If this is 30, that means contribution is going to be 80 here. If contribution is 80, that means variable cost will be 120. So my table is complete. Now, they've asked you to find out break-even level of sales. BEP. BEP is F upon PV. F is 30 upon PV, 40%. Right? Someone please do this. I think this should be 75. 30 upon, someone please calculate and tell me. 40 into 100. 75. So that is going to be my BEP. Next, sales required to earn a profit of 90 lakhs. Required sales is F plus required profit upon PV, right? Required sales. Now, sales required to earn a profit of 90 lakhs. Fixed cost we know is 30. Profit you want to earn 90 upon PV is 40%. So this is 120 upon 40%. So in that case, this is going to be equal to 30. Someone cross check this please. 300. Right? So the required sales is 300 lakhs. So if you make a sales of 300 lakhs, you will earn a profit of 90 lakhs. Next part of the question. The profit or loss that would arise if the sales were 280. Now again I can use the same formula. Required sales is F plus required profit upon PV. Sales is given to you as 280 lakhs is F plus PV. F is given to you as 30. F plus RT upon PV. PV is given to you as 40%. Now, in that case, this can be written as 280 into 40% will give you 30 plus required profit. Someone please do this and tell me how much is this?
1
112 is equal to 30 minus plus required profit. So 112 minus 30 is going to be required profit.
82.
Required profit is going to be 82 lakhs. Right? So do we get the sum? Next, let's move on to the next sum, guys. Let's see question number 20. Question 20, page 308. Let's make the format first. Sales less variable cost gives you contribution, less fixed cost gives you profit. CPU TC. Units. Okay. Now, they said that a company has a fixed expenses of 2,25,000. Fixed expenses are given to you as 2,25,000 and a sales of 7,50,000. Sales is given to you as 7,50,000. Has earned a profit of 1,50,000. Profit is 1,50,000. It has earned a profit of 1,50,000 during first half of the year. So this is my data for first half of the year. CPUTC. Right? It has incurred a loss of 75,000 in the second half of the year. It has incurred a loss of 75,000 in the second half of the year. Find out the PV, BEP and MS for the first half of the year. This is my first half of the year and this is the second half of the year. Now first of all I can say that if this is 150 and this is 225, that means my contribution has to be 375. Right? If my contribution is 3,75,000, that means my variable cost also has to be 3,75,000 because 7,50,000 minus 3,75,000 will give you 3,75,000. Right? Once I have this, then I can first find out PV. PV is C upon S into 100.
So fixed cost would be 2,25,000.
Yeah, I'll come to the second year. First, let me finish the first year. Contribution is 3,75,000 divided by sales 7,50,000 into 100. So this is going to be 50%. Right? Once I have this, then I can say that they will ask you to find out PV and fixed PV, BEP and MS. BEP. BEP for is F upon PV. F is 2,25,000 divided by 50%. So that will be 4,50,000. And third MS. MS is P upon PV. P is given to you as 1,50,000 upon PV. 50%. So MS is going to be 3 lakhs. So thus I have all the three values for first half of the year. Next, the expected sales volume for the second half of the year, assuming that selling price and fixed expenses remain unchanged during the second half of the year. Now we know that fixed expenses do not change. So if the fixed expenses are 2,25,000 in the first half of the year, they have to be 2,25,000 in the second half of the year also. If this is 225 and there's a loss of 75 here, that means contribution has to be 1,50,000. In the second half of the year, contribution has to be 1,50,000. We know that PV and F does not change for second half of the year. I can say that PV is C upon S. PV we already know is 50 into 100. Contribution we found out is 1,50,000 upon S into 100. So in that case I will get S is equal to 1,50,000 into 100 divided by 50. So S is going to be 3 lakhs. So the sales in the second half of the year is 3 lakhs. The sales in the second half of the year is 3 lakhs. Therefore variable cost in the second half of the year will be 1,50,000. That's it. That's what they are asked to find out. Next, let's see question number 21. S, B, C, F, P. CPU, PC. Right, let's start. They said that the cost account of X Limited furnishes you the following information. Fixed cost is 40,000. Net profit is 50,000. PV is 30%. PV is given to you as 30%. They've asked you to find out the sales. Now if profit is 50,000, fixed cost is 40,000, that means contribution will be 90,000. PV is C upon S into 100. So 30 is equal to C, 90,000 upon S into 100. S is 90,000 divided by 30 into 100. 0, 0, 1. 3 ones are, 3 threes are. So S is going to be 3 lakhs. So sales is going to be 3 lakhs. And variable expense is going to be 2,10,000. Sum is over. Next, let's move on to the next sum, guys. Question number 22. SVCFP. CPU TC. They said that the sales at break even is 25,000. Please understand this, people. If they are saying that the sales at break even, that means if this is the sales, that is if 25,000 is the sales, then my profit will be nil. What do you mean by break-even sales? Break-even sales means that sales which will give you a profit of nil. So if they say that the break-even sales is 25,000, that means sales will be 25,000 and profit will be nil. So the break-even sales is 25,000. What else have they given it to you? They give you that fixed cost is 10,000. Right? They have asked you to find out contribution. Contribution I can directly find out is 10,000 because 10,000 minus 10,000 will give you nil, in which case my variable cost will be 15,000. They have asked you to find out contribution. Straightforward, I found out the contribution. Now I'm going to club 22nd and the 23rd sum because they have the same data. The 22nd sum gets over here. Right, let's see the 23rd. Find out the PV. You've got to find out PV. PV is C upon S into 100. That's 10,000 divided by 25,000 into 100. Right? So this is going to be, some of these 40%. So PV is going to be 40%. Right? That finishes the 22nd and the 23rd sum. That finishes the 22nd and the 23rd sum. Next, let's see.
That is PV is equal to C upon S into 100.
100. Right? Next, let's see question number 24. Right? Question number 24. S, B, C, F, P. CPU, PC. They said that the profit volume ratio of a company, the PV ratio of a company is 50%. PV is given to you as 50%. The MS is 40%. Right? If the sales volume of the company is 50 lakhs, sales is given to you as 50 lakhs. Find out the break-even point. Right? Now, find out the break-even point and the net profit. Okay. Now, they've given you PV. I can say PV is C upon S into 100. So I'll get PV is 50 is equal to C. We do not know. S is 50 lakhs into 100. 0, 0, 1. So 5 5 are 25, 1 0 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros from here. So contribution is going to be 25 lakhs. If contribution is 25 lakhs, variable cost will also be 25 lakhs. Right? They have given you MS is 40%. 40% means 40% of what? 40% of sales. When percentage is given to you, all percentage has to be calculated on sales. So I can say MS is 40 upon 100 into sales. Sales is 50 lakhs. Right? So in that case, this is going to be 20 lakhs. So profit is 20 lakhs. Fixed cost therefore will be 5 lakhs. Right? My table is complete. What have they asked me to find out? They've asked me to find out BEP. BEP. BEP is F upon PV. F is 5 lakhs upon PV. PV we found out is 50%. So in that case, this is going to be 10 lakhs. So BEP is 10 lakhs and profit is 20 lakhs. Next, let's move on to the next one, guys. Let's see the 25th sum. Now 25th sum is divided into two parts. We'll see the first part, SVCFT. CPU TC. Let's start. 25th sum. Ascertain the profit when sales is 2 lakhs. Sales is given to you as 2 lakhs. Fixed cost is 40,000. And BEP is 160. Right? Okay. They've given you that BEP is 1,60,000. Okay. Now, I can say that BEP is F upon PV. So therefore I can say PV is F, that is 40,000 divided by 1,60,000. So PV is 0.25 if I'm not mistaken. So in terms of percentage, PV will be 25%. Right? Now I can say PV is also equal to C upon S into 100. Therefore I can say 25 is C upon S. S is given to you as 2 lakhs into 100. 0, 0 gone. This is 25 2s are 50 and another 3 zeros is C. So my contribution is going to be 50,000. If contribution is 50,000, profit is going to be 10,000 and variable cost is going to be 1,50,000. Right? So the first part of the question is done. Ascertain the profit. So we found out the profit. Second part of the same question. Let's make the table again. SVCFP. CPU TC. They've given you that fixed cost is 20,000. Fixed cost is 20,000. Profit is 10,000. BEP is 40%. 40,000, sorry. BEP is 40,000. They've asked you to determine the sales. Same thing, I can say BEP is F upon PV. So 40,000 is equal to F 20,000 upon PV. So I'll get PV is 20,000 divided by 40,000, which is nothing but 0.5. Therefore I can say PV is 50%. Once I know PV, I know profit, I know fixed cost. So I can find out contribution. Contribution is going to be 30,000. Then I can use the formula PV is C upon S into 100. 50 is C, 30,000 upon S into 100. So S is going to be 60,000. Sales is going to be 60,000 and variable cost is going to be 30,000. Right? That finishes that sum. Next, let's see another sum. Question number 26. SVCFP. CPU TC. Right? Let's see this. They said that fixed cost is 8,000. Fixed cost is 8,000. Break-even units is 4,000. Sales is 6,000 units. Sales is 6,000 units. Selling price per unit is 10. Selling price per unit is 10. Okay. Now let's see this. Selling price per unit is given to you as 10, so I can say total sales is going to be 60,000. Right? Now, CPU TC. Fixed cost remains the same, fixed cost will be 8,000. They had said that the break-even units is 4,000. That means if the units are 4,000, I'm going to have break-even sales. If I have break-even sales, that means my profit is going to be nil. Right? If profit is nil, that means contribution will be 8,000. Selling price per unit is 10. I'm selling 4,000 units, that means 40,000. That means variable cost here would be 32,000. Right? Once I have this, then I can find out the PV. I can find out PV. PV is C upon S into 100. First thing I can do that. PV is 8,000 divided by 40,000 into 100. So PV is going to be 20%. Once I know the value of PV, I can say that PV is again equal to C upon S into 100. So 20 is C. Now I will consider my sales to be 60,000. For 60,000 sales into 100, 0 gone. 6 2 by 12, 12,000 is equal to C. Contribution is going to be equal to 12,000. Guys, can you just see this? Can you just see this? Contribution is going to be equal to 12,000. In that case, profit is 4,000 and this is going to be 48,000. Right? What have they asked me to find out? They've asked me to find out the variable cost per unit. Now, if 48,000 is my variable cost and I'm manufacturing 6,000 units, someone please divide 48,000 by 6. 8 rupees. So my contribution is going to be 2 rupees and they've asked me to find out the profit. Profit we found out. So that finishes the 26 sum.